All right, guys, here we go. Live reaction audio recording of this hyperlapse video of training this afternoon on a Sunday pet obedience class. What's the purpose of these classes? It's not to train, believe it or not. These classes have little to no bearing on actual obedience or anything like that. The classes are all about neutrality, stability, and really fine tuning a lot. So this class hasn't even started yet. We're just kind of hanging and talking, waiting for some more dogs to arrive. Seeing who's coming, observing all the dogs. The second the dogs walk in, training for the dog is definitely on. The dog knows where it's at. The dog knows at the facility. The place cot's obviously established the behavior we want all the dogs that come through know what a place cot is. Typically, they'll go right to it. Remember, only good stuff happens on place, man. A lot of food, a lot of affection, a lot of fun. Place can also be used as the ignition for other activities. Right here, we just have some people walking in a circle. Again, some dogs hold place, some dogs walk. You mix this up. If a dog leads once, you make them follow. You try to work on speeds. You have to make sure the dog is focusing solely on you. And everybody in this group does great. Now, there's a couple dogs in here that are legitimate killers that hate other dogs. There's a couple small dogs that stir the pot from time to time. There's some big dogs with a bite history on people in the group. None of that matters. It's all simple stuff. It's all normal stuff that we deal with. One of the dogs does have a muzzle on full time during the group, as it should. Again, no big deal. This is the back row that's now circling on the front side of the row. Sorry if you heard that beep. That was the Tesla autopilot telling me to touch the wheel. And it's just simple, man. Simple little drills, right? Move some pads around, move some dogs around, have the people walk as much as they can. In this environment, keep in mind, there's a lot of other dogs in the building in the background you can't see, barking, making noise. And again, here, we're just moving people in and out, in and out. First, it was left to right. Now it's up and down. Again, the camera is at a hyperlapse speed. Believe it or not, it's taking the little pictures and putting them. You see me in the back left corner with that pit bull down there with a muzzle on, dealing with them. So the class is broken into 3 or 4 different groups, and when each group moves, they move together, and they move in and around the other dogs in the same exact pattern. For the dogs on the pad, it's very difficult because you're asking them to hold place while the dogs are walking around, stay focused. The owner's job with their dogs on a pad right now is only to get focus and feed, get focus and feed. If the dog's walking in a circle, the focus is to maintain focus on the handler while walking and still earn your reward, right? Earn a reward, earn a correction. It's all on the dog. The dog gets to decide. And if a dog knows the rules of the game, they'll always choose positive over negative every single time. Make no mistake about it. So again, here, we switched it up, switched the camera angle up. We're letting some of the dogs decompress, working on holding, working on focusing. Oftentimes during class, I debrief topics, I debrief bites that happened during the week we heard about from clients, potential clients, situation that happened we heard with clients from dog parks. We regurgitate everything. So if a client tells us about a problem, we regurgitate it. Now, right now, you see a lot of moving. All the other trainers that are in the class, there's 5 trainers actually present, not just me. They're walking around greeting everybody. The purpose of this drill, they greet the handler. The handler must maintain control of the dog. The dog must maintain control, not jump on the person greeting. And the second the greeting's done, the dog looks back at the handler and gets a piece of food. So again, it's just an environmental drill. Very easy, nothing high speed, but you'd be shocked with how many dogs struggle at this until they see the picture. Once they see the picture, life is relatively easy. Now here, we've moved on to individual movements in and around the group. So one person moving, while that person's moving, I'm calling out the speed, fast, slow, stop, start. The person's only job is, your dog's on a pad, keep them sitting, maintain focus. If your dog is one of the dogs heeling and walking around, maintain focus and listen to what I'm saying. I call the pace, fast, slow, left, right, start, stop. And you just gotta kind of do it as I say. As soon as you stop, dog gives you focus, feed. If you're maintaining a perfect heel, feed. If you're going slow, the dog's perfect, feed. We reward a lot. Everybody looks at us as if we don't give reward. They're like, R+, are you positive? Are you negative? And I'm like, we're everything. But when it comes to training, we need to train and motivation. Your dog wants to earn food, we feed them the entire time. Food, fun, toys, affection, we'd use it all. Obviously in a group setting, you don't want to use toys. That could be a recipe for absolute disaster, but a little bit of food here and there and praise. So each dog has its time to go through this. Again, it can be much harder for a dog than you actually realize, and a lot of these dogs do have a history. That pitty you just saw has a big history. A lot of these dogs have a history. And small dogs, big dogs, look at that beautiful golden right there in the front. Look at the focus of this dog. This dog should be a service dog. Phenomenal dog. Super cool. So again, we're working. In this case, this Schnauzer, I trained it maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and it's a tough dog. So as always, I say a trainer should be able to pick up the leash at any point and talk about it. Pick up the leash, not only talk, but show And a critical aspect of picking up the leash is, can't you see me again with another dog? If they're struggling and your trainer can't grab the leash and fix it, find a new damn trainer quickly. Your trainer should never hesitate to show you. It's not about whiteboards and telling and trying to regurgitate so much big words and psychological terms. I have a degree in psychology. You'll never hear me talk like that. It's silly bull BS stuff when trainers try to out-talk their clientele. Pick up the leash, show, don't tell. Now, yes, clients have to do the majority of the work, but a trainer should never hesitate to jump in and show you what they want, and they should be able to get that behavior very, very quickly. And I think anybody will say, if I'm in a class, I don't care if the dog's aggressive, a killer, whatever, I will grab the leash and we will train. I love these clients, man. These drop-in Sunday classes, don't hide it, don't run your mouth, come out and train. I promise, I'm a nice guy. I love to train. If you're willing to ride with us and train, we are willing to ride with you till the very end. So that's it. Rich Side Canine, house best of working dogs. Oh,